Now let's move to our next topic, that is distance time graph. Now what is distance time graph and what is the type of data is represented by these graphs, we are going to understand now. So we know that graphs represent some data, and from that we also can get some data, like by calculating or by observing them and by reading them properly. Now with the help of distance time graph, what are the different things we can understand? First of all, in this, what is the major thing given to us is the distance traveled by an object with respect to time, that is how much distance is covered by the object in some time. Like in every minute, if the time is given in minute or the distance is given in a meter, like in every minute how much meters are completed, or in 1 hour like how much kilometers are covered, like that data is represented by these graphs. Now we know that data is represented by other forms also, like first of all we know that data also represented by the bar graphs. Now what are bar graphs here? Now we know that when we draw the graphs, what is the major thing? We have two axes, right? One is the vertical axis, which is y-axis, and the other one, which is a horizontal axis known as x-axis. Now in the middle, this is our O, or we can say that this is our origin, right? So that is how the graphs are drawn, right? Now when you represent the data in the bar graphs or in the bar forms, how the data is shown basically? Now in the form of bars like this. Bars are made, right? You have seen this in your maths syllabus also. Like the data is represented in the form of bar. That's why these graphs are known as bar graphs. What is another thing? Pie charts. What are pie charts? We make a round. In that we represent the data by dividing this round. Like if I say that there are 20 people, right? Now from this 20 people, 10 people like math subject, 5 people like science, 3 people like English. Now the remaining 2 like all the subjects. Now if I have to make this, how I'll do that? I'll do that, and if I have to represent in the pie chart form, how I'll do that? I'll divide this into this data, right? Like there are 10 people who likes maths, there are only 5 people who like your science, and then there are just 2 people who like your all the subjects, and there are 3 people who like the English. So that is how the pie charts are represented, or how that is how the data is represented by these forms. But in this chapter, we are going to understand how distance time graphs are represented. So distance time graphs are line graphs basically, from which we can calculate the speed. Now when we draw the distance time graph, the slope which is formed in that shows what is the speed of the object, or on how much speed the object is running.